I say, yo, welcome to the BBW show, you feel me? We talk bad rap, basketball, and wrestling. Follow me on Instagram at HRW_podcast. Follow me on Twitter at hoops_wrestling. The topic for today is wrestling. More importantly, PWI Top 500, you feel me? If you don't like it, or you feel like it's not credible enough, then you're not going to care about this video. If you do like it and you appreciate it, like the work that they put in, then you're going to value it. You feel me? But it's to each his own. Everybody does not like the PWI Top 500, just like everybody doesn't like the Observer Award. You feel me? It's like whatever you appreciate. Now, obviously, the number one for the PWI this year is Roman Reigns. You feel me? This is from, I guess, October of 2021 to September of 2022, I guess. So for like the last year or 10 months, you feel me? It was easily going to be him. Easily. And if we being honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it's him next year. You feel me? Even though he's I wouldn't say part-timer, but even though he's not around full-time, he's not on every single pay-per-view, he's still the biggest star in wrestling, respectfully. He's the biggest star in WWE. And if you're the biggest star in the biggest company, you're the biggest wrestler, respectfully. So I definitely feel like there's a chance he might be there next year. Now, everybody used to say it's hard to for somebody to be the guy in WWE because there's two belts. He has both belts, you feel me? Even though he never defends the WWE title or he's never on Raw, he definitely has two belts, and he's the one that's carrying WWE right now. Even with the Vince McMahon leaving, even with Triple H's head as creative or whatever, Roman Reigns is the face of WWE. So I was no surprise he was number one. And this is the second time he's been number one. He was also number one in 2016, you feel me? He had a great year in 2016. But let's get into number two. Kazuchika Okada. You feel me? Shout out to Okada. It was dope to see him as number two. Okada's a guaranteed top 3, top 4 every single year. I'm not going to lie. He's honestly like a Roman Reigns of New Japan. They push him to the moon. They make him beat everybody. They give him all the tournaments. You feel me? Like nobody, whoever beats him, he gets his win back. Like nobody ever just goes undefeated against Okada. Okada always gets his win back. You feel me? So I wasn't surprised they had him as number 2. Number 3, CM Punk. Ooh, that's gonna make a few people salty. CM Punk is number 3. You feel me? He only been back a year, and he's already number 3. And he had a great year last year. The MJF feud, the Eddie Kingston feud, the Darby Allin match. He had a great feud. You feel me? Now I want to see where he's gonna be at next year because this is the second time he's been injured. He has a torn pec. He's out for 9 months. And he just buried the whole company. So I want to see if CM Punk is going to be in the top 10 next year after all of this. You feel me? Number 4, Hangman Page. You feel me? Shout out to him. Even though I thought he had a very lackluster world title reign, he definitely was a prominent factor of AEW last year, respectfully. He was a prominent face of that company last year. So Hangman is number 4. I'm not mad. Number 5, Bobby Lashley. That's crazy. You feel me? And this is for last year when he was still an MVP, still WWE champion. So that's fake good. I'm not going to lie. That's a good thing. I expect him to be, if not 5, higher next year. Because I think Bobby Lashley's having a great year this year to surpass next year. This year he beat Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. This year he beat Omos 3 straight times. This year he's been a United States champion and been main eventing Raw shows. So I feel like next year Bobby Lashley should either be 5th or higher. You feel me? But this year he was number 5. Cody Rose at 6. That's dope. That's dope to see. You feel me? He's seamlessly transitioned to the top babyface of WWE. Seamlessly. So him being number 6 is a great deal. I want to see where he's at next year. Because even though he had 3 great matches, he's been going for like the last 4 to 5 months. So nobody knows where he's going to be at. You feel me? Number 7, Bryan Danielson. You feel me? Everybody thought he was the wrestler of the year last year because he had a great WWE run, and then he went to AEW and had the same great run. You feel me? Still fighting a world champion, having great matches. Everybody thought he should have been higher. Bryan Danielson for number 7. That was dope. Number 8, El Hijo del Vikingo from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. That's good for him. I don't know too much about him. That's good for him. Big E at number 9. Shout out to Big E. Last year he won the Money in the Bank and cashed in on Bobby Lashley. You feel me? So he was prominent. He was in a prominent role last year. But I feel like once they settled on bet, we're going to make Roman Reigns and Brock for all the titles, Big E definitely got hurt by that. And then physically, he got hurt by Rich Holland and almost broke his neck. You feel me? I hope to see Big E back. I'm not going to lie. He doesn't need to come back. I feel like Big E's career is already solidified, but I would just like to see him come back for personal fan reasons. But Big E was number 9. Number 10, Jonathan Gresham. This was a fake surprise. Jonathan Gresham. It was barely any Ring of Honor last year, and he was number 10. He was in a bunch of indie promotions. But number 10, that was crazy to me. That's crazy. And right now, we don't know where he's at full time. He already asked for his AEW release. You feel me? I don't know if he's been granted or not. I don't see him going to WWE. So I feel like you can't be top 10 if you're not in a major promotion. You feel me? Whether that be WWE, AEW, New Japan, Mexico. Like, you got to be signed somewhere full time. You feel me? I don't think he's going to be top 10 next year just working the indies, in my opinion. And 11, the rest of it, we had Shingo at 11, Jon Moxley at 12, Matt Cardona at 13. Shout out to Matt Cardona. Josh Alexander at 14, Hiroshi Tanahashi at 15, Seth Rollins at 16, and Adam Cole at 17. That's not a bad list. That's not a bad list. The surprises was, I wouldn't say even Matt Cardona was a surprise. He was damn near the king of the indies last year. Everybody was talking about Matt Cardona on the indies. So I wasn't surprised he was in the top 15, top 20. You feel me? Seth Rollins is definitely going to be higher next year because he's had great matches with Cody, great matches with Riddle, great matches with everybody. So Seth Rollins is going to be higher next year. Adam Cole might be lower next year because we barely seen him next year. So that's something to think about. So yeah, you feel me? Shout out to PWI for acknowledging Roman Reigns as the the number 1 wrestler of the year. Captain Obvious here, you feel me? Like I said, follow me on Instagram at HRW_podcast. Follow me on Twitter at hoops_wrestling. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with more.